My connection to land use goes back a good number of years. In fact, previous to my service on the council, I served 2 terms on the Planning Commission in St. Paul, including time as its chair, and got a very strong sense of how land use decisions at the local level and larger themes at the regional or even larger scale come together in decision making all across the region. The work of the Land Use Advisory Committee is helpful to the Council in a couple of different ways. One is it provides a local perspective on a range of issues and helps us develop regional policy kind of from the ground up. An example might be in advance of the system plans and the Thrive MSP 2040 plan. The Land Use Advisory Committee was involved in really diving deeply into issues like geographic planning areas and how we designate different communities according to their profile. The Land Use Advisory Committee members were really involved in developing recommendations for the Council in that way. Participation is key for the Land Use Advisory Committee for a number of reasons. One is that, unlike other committees, the LUAC, as we call it, has the opportunity to include city council members and mayors and other elected folks from around the region as a majority of the committee membership. And so having that perspective is obviously core to the work of the LUAC. The responsibilities of the Met Council are very broad in nature. We've got an operating role with wastewater treatment and Metro Transit and Metro HRA. We've also got significant planning responsibilities. It's really valuable for council members individually and for the council as a whole to have advisory bodies that will dive more deeply into particular issues of significance and then bring recommendations or feedback to the council to really help provide a background and give us a sense of context as we move further into decision making on those issues. One of the things I'm most excited about with the Land Use Advisory Committee and what keeps me very passionate about the work is the fact that we've got a lot of attention to stewardship of resources in the region, and certainly the way we go about land use is an intersection of a lot of those issues. So how we're stewards of our water resources, how we consider the intersection of development and transportation, how we think about the connections of physical linkages to the job market with workforce development. All of those things are at the table for the Land Use Advisory Committee, and I think in conjunction with the elected and civic leaders that we have around that table, it's always a spirited discussion. I really enjoy that.